swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bruins will put total leather and will get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Back to throw, it's Sayin. He's got him in the flat. At the 35, he's loose. Turns on the Jets. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Peoples. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. That is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more.
Breaks into the open. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell he took the football, got north-south, got on the field, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. And they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Running back searching for a hole. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. Pulls it in on the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
To the air, it's Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count.
Complete downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Fighting off the defender. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down.
The one thing you know you're going to get with this guy is yards after contact. He makes people miss. He can break tackles, wears defenses down, and he's doing it right now. After that last carry, the offense now set up beautifully close to the goal line.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal.
Love finding their tight ends down here in this area of the field. Big targets in small spaces. Nice work on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Marshall. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Marshall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Marshall. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Flores. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They run the reverse. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And, we don't know how to control it. We don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Going deep. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Quick timeout by... defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Punts it out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Porter. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. The Buckeyes will have it first and 10. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. Caught it, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quickly to the tight end.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's first and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll go right back to the run. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Makes the grab. It's Hilton. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. You've got to be able to make good decisions. You've got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
That play had 6 written all over it, but he drops it in the end zone. Bad break for the offense.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Got his man. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. It's complete to the left. Open space at the 25. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly. And then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's
Looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and third and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Lets it fly. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
He's got it on the run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Coleman. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Defense looks as if it's coming. Snap from the gun on third down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Marshall. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession. He tries to take the top off. Finds a spot in the middle. Right down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Makes the quick grab. Oh, he's got some space. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
To the air, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He's loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
A defense, man, it helps you a lot. You could be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here.
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Humphreys. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, UCLA. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
UCLA 21.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. They'll go with a direct snap. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State. Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have...
Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Slithers into space. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Penn State is going to enjoy the trip back to Happy Valley after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Beaver Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Scanning the field, it's Coleman. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Bruins moving quickly to the line.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Looking for room. It's Humphries. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'd be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. He caught it. Touchdown, Bruins. And here they come, almost all the way back. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Back to pass, it's Coleman. Fires to the tight end. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. There's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
They'll try to run for it. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Steps away to find some room. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up fourth down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get off the field and win this game?
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Back's got it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Looking for the score. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. There he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's taking the shot. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCLA! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Wide open downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. These corners backing off a bit. Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. With the catch, it's Cox. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Bruins will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get
time to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes.
Going to take a shot. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Powers through the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Marshall. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Taken down at the 49. First down for the offense.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that